Let me make something very clear to you. When you're in a toxic motherfucking relationship, you get loose. You stop trying. Now look, they're gonna be like, oh, aren't you supposed to like work with your partner and heal through it and become better and all this other type of shit? Yeah, 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 yeah. Right? That's when you're with somebody who actually has empathy and understands that they have problems too and they can take fucking accountability. You cannot grow in no situation where where it seems like everything is the core root of it is you. You're the problem. Not what they're doing, not how they're acting. You can't grow out of no shit like that. You guys start mistaking trauma bonds as, oh, I'm being loyal. You know, we going through it. Look at how much we done been through and we still together. Baby, that's scary. Look at how much y'all done been through and y'all are still together. That's not no fantastic ass love story. That's, did you not wake up one day and say this is enough? Why did you do that? Why was your self-esteem right there to keep putting up with that shit? Another person would have said, I can only be as loyal to you as I am to myself and my own beliefs and my integrity and my belief systems. Are you understanding me? Like, you can't, look, Queen, y'all be out here giving your life away because of the heart that you have. You will sit here and overly invest into a nigga. You will sit here and let him damn near become God in your life. Bro, I've been getting on these calls. Y'all getting to the point. You'll let a nigga influence you so much to the point where you don't know your own thoughts versus his. You forgot what you like to do. You forgot your hobbies. You forgot all your damn passions. You forgot everything that made you you. You started putting on weight. You started losing yourself to this nigga. That's not no trophy, baby. Let me tell you this, when you get around men who are good for you, when you get around men who is actually meant for you, your life progresses, your life goes up, your life takes a positive trajectory. You want to know why? Because you're around good energy. They say this to a lot of millionaires. Why do you think people who are in certain tax brackets operate this ways that they do? They say you're going to turn out like the 5 most people that you hang around. If you're hanging around with just one person, your motherfucking your partner, and you're actively feeling like shit, you need to look at who you're standing next to. If they are a high frequency, if they are a good energy, and you're standing next to them, they gonna force your ass to grow. You're gonna be triggered in ways that inspire you to grow the fuck up. You're not gonna be triggered in ways that make you want to off yourself. Because it's coming from a different motherfucking spirit. People who are good for you can trigger you too. You get what I'm saying? So I understand why y'all be in that headspace of, oh, look at how much we've been through. You know, we're just loyal. Good people can trigger you too. But babes, look at your fucking life. Has your life gotten worse or better since you've been with this dude? If your life got better, then that means when you guys had adversities, when you guys went through troubles, you guys were learning from them. It was character development. It was helping you. God sent that motherfucker into your life because you needed lessons and you needed things to be brought to your attention that you were failing to do so yourself. Right? But if you're staying with this motherfucker and it seems like your life ain't necessarily having, like, you ain't nothing really been getting better, you feel me? You ain't making more money. You're not a little bit happier, you know. You're still living in the same place. You know, you're still dealing with the same struggles, still talking to the same people, you know. But every other day, every week or so, y'all start arguing again and shit like that, you know. It's just a cycle. Nothing's really growing, nothing's really changing. It's just, that's bullshit. Get away from it. Y'all need to start acknowledging when you're just over investing into shit. A lot of y'all are over investing, and that's toxic within itself. Because if you're over investing now, you're typically also enabling. Toxic, right? We like to be like, what if God sent me in this person's life to heal them and do all this other type of shit? What if you are doing the devil's work by staying with this motherfucker and enabling them, and God is trying to use their adversity and the things that they're going through to scope them to become somebody different? But you, as the empath, you step into their life and you're like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You got all this shit going on. I'll help you with it. We'll go through it together. And then the process of you going through it with him together, he starts resenting you because his life truly isn't changing. But now you're influencing his life ultimately because Guy can no longer do the character development in his life that he needs to because you're right there and you won't let the situation go. Yeah, overgiving could be the devil's work too. Enabling could be the devil's work too. And y'all don't think like that though. Y'all don't realize that because y'all make y'all made it like spiritual, like I don't know how to put it, but it's like y'all made it spiritually bad to put yourself first. They'll call you selfish and all this other type of shit. No, you have common sense, and and your common sense is tied to that. Your common sense isn't tied to this nigga or some shit like that. Common sense is tied to up there. That's why majority of us motherfucking lack it now for some reason. So we think that being like, no, you're going through some shit and I don't want to put myself through what you're going through, we'll call ourselves selfish and we'll like belittle ourselves and think that we're being less than a human for being normal. That is a normal reaction to be like how my tribe is. I like think about if it was in tribal times, my nigga, my queen. This nigga over there, that tribe, the way that the people that come from that tribe, we're talking about narcissists, people that lack empathy. The people that come from that motherfucking tribe, they're terrible people. Yeah, we on the same land, but I don't want to be near their tribe. And I'm not about to just go over there and just start giving that tribe food and shit like that, knowing that I need to eat too, to a tribe who deep down don't even like me. They only dealing with me because I'm bringing their ass food. That's what I mean. That's the shit that I'm talking about. Enabling people is not okay. Letting go is normal. Letting go is okay. I know it's hard to let go sometimes because if you be like, I've invested so much, how can I let go? But you gotta remember sometimes y'all view that as a control mechanism. You'll be like, damn, like you'll damn near feel like you own a motherfucker because of how much influence you had in their life. You done got them jobs, places to stay, green cards, visas, all this type of crazy shit. I get it. But you gotta remember that you don't own this person. You were full before you met them, and he was full before he met you. You guys just didn't realize that, so you attached your identities to each other. That's also how you get into secure attachments. Start reading about secure attachments. Y'all like doing all this damn work about childhood traumas and all this other type of stuff, and y'all could tell me exactly what an anxious and an avoidant attachment style is, but you can't tell me anything about what a secure attachment style is. Let me break it down. This finger is you. My middle finger, the fuck you finger, is him, right? Or no, that's the ring finger. Ooh, I'm sorry. Look, but the fuck you finger is the relationship. This is the ring finger, and this is the index finger, right? So this is you guys. This is the relationship. I still have two fingers right here. If we pour good shit into this finger right here, maybe it may not turn into the fuck you finger. You feel me? It may go down or something like that. I hope y'all are catching my analogy. There's three individual fingers right here. If I put this finger down, I still have two fingers right here. This finger and this finger was not affected, all because this finger didn't work, meaning the relationship. All because the relationship doesn't work does not mean that either one of those individuals or either one of those fingers wasn't a fucking finger anymore. You get what I'm saying? You can cut off one of those fingers and those two fingers will still be those fingers. Another analogy that I like to use in my calls too has actually been helping. I saw this thing on Instagram and I really don't know who posted. I think it's like a picture. You know how people, all them little AI things and stuff like that. But it really resonated with me. It was like a bird doesn't have faith in that the branch it lands on won't break. It has faith in its ability to fly if that branch does break. Right now, you're the bird. You landed on a branch. That branch cracked and is actively on its way to the floor. You would be a fool to sit on that branch and not fly away and just let the branch hit the floor and go land on a new branch. When have you ever seen the birds hit the floor with the branch? My point. And then you also aren't scared to get in new relationships, in new circumstances, because you understand at any given moment, if this branch breaks, I can just fly away. I know it's, look, I know it's bird flying right there. My point, synchronicities. I was about to sit here and doubt myself, be like, oh, I know it's hard to understand. No, it's not hard to understand at all. When you open your third eye and you listen with your ears and your heart and not your ego, it's very easy to understand what I'm saying. But yeah, man, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. That was enough for today's video. Let me know if there's anything else y'all want me to talk about. Go book a one-on-one call if y'all want to talk to me personally. Slots are filling up. Thankful, by the grace of God. But that also just lets me know how many people actually do need these services and how many people is affected by narcissistic abuse and this bullshit. So yeah, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I want to thank y'all again for all the support on TikTok and Instagram. It's happened really fast. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace.